Hello, welcome back to Changing RPMs. My name is Antonio, and I'm coming to you this week with a video that I've been inspired to make through lots of members of the Spanish speaking vinyl collecting community. I have no idea who started this, but I've seen these videos pop up constantly over the last year, and I was, inspired to create my own version of that. Originally, they've referred to this type of content as, um, vinyl I can no longer afford. That's my starting point. This is gonna be a couple of records that I wouldn't be able to afford if I wanted to purchase them now. But to that, not being able to afford, I will be adding the tag, and I wouldn't want to purchase because these are a couple of albums that they're by bands I'm no longer interested in. I've nothing against them, but I just their music doesn't really interest me anymore, and but if I want to, I wouldn't be able to buy this to vinyl. First one being this one here. Tiny Music. This is Stone Temple Pilots' third album, I think. It came out in 1995, if I'm not 1996 actually, according to the writing on here. This album came out after their tour. I know I keep bringing up Red Cross. I always talk about Red Cross. I probably mention them, every second video. But things. The reality of things is that Stone Temple Pilots were coming out of this tour that they did, where Red Cross were opening for them. I saw them in Barcelona, 1994, which is why I thought this had come out in '95, and just being exposed to them, to watching them, seeing them play every night, clearly transpired, clearly filtered through their inspiration, and is definitely showing up in on this album. Most notoriously on the first single of this album, Big Bang Baby, which is pretty much a ripoff of the classic Red Cross sound. I think this one piece of vinyl is going for around $300 now. There's no way I would be able to spend $300 on any album. I can't even think of one situation in which I would consider, such a splurge. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what Glenn Danzig popped up in my mind, but I can even picture a situation where Danzig could have done anything to that album that would prompt me to invest $300 into buying it. So not a Danzig album, definitely not the Stone Temple Pilots' third album. I guess I just bought it because that's what I did at the time. I must have bought it when it came out in '96. Vinyl was not so easy to find, and so I probably walked into a record store, probably Revolver Records in Barcelona, and I would be considering what to buy. I remember loving the single when it first came out, and so because I had loved their previous album, what was it called? Purple, I think. I assumed that I would also be loving this one, and there it was on vinyl, it was like an extra motivation for me to invest in a record. But I never really. I never really enjoyed this album. I must have only listened through through to the end of it, maybe 2 or 3 times in my whole life. So yeah, I wasn't very impressed by that. The second example that I brought is an album by a band that I really this album I really enjoyed at the time. It was just a band that I really enjoyed, and that in my mind, even though they're still playing, these guys, and I've never followed them after the album after this one that I'm going to show. But in my mind, I still really loved these two albums. Tool, and the band is Tool, and the album is Undertow. Um, I remember really enjoying listening to this album, and then the one they put out after this, Anima. I went back to playing this a few weeks ago, and it's okay, but it wasn't really turning me on. I didn't find it exciting. Um, I don't know. I wasn't impressed at all by this album, and this album goes for a lot of money. It goes for sometimes for even up to $800. I wouldn't be able to spend that much. If I was running from sheer memory, and I remember all those nice memories, of listening to this album and really enjoying it, I might go buy and buy it, but definitely not for $800. A nice thing about this album is that it's on clear vinyl, and it's not a particularly good sounding record, to be honest. I don't know if it's because of the transparent vinyl, or maybe because I wasn't really enjoying the content so much. All in all, the thing is that it wasn't. It's not one of my. It's not an album that I would consider buying again if I didn't have it already. There are so many records out there that I would very much prefer to to invest my money in, but this one goes for way too much money. $800 is a lot of money for a good copy, obviously, but this is a good copy. Thinking of albums that I would very much to invest my money into purchasing. I have a list here. I hate the slides. I need to work out a way to change the settings of my webcam, because everything is like way too. The whites are burned. Anyway, so there's a few things here that I'm currently after. I'm so happy to be able to check one of these. It's an album by Dream Syndicate that I just bought last night, and I had been looking for it for a little bit. Also, last night I bought Cosmo Factory by the Creedence Clearwater Revival, and so I'm now able to check it out on my list. But yes, definitely Tool's Undertow will be there. That's my video for this week. I hope you got something out of it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. I make these videos with no expectation at all, and I don't even. It's really mind blowing for me to see that over the last month, 16 of you have chosen to start following me. That's crazy to me. Anyway, thank you. And yeah, I hope you keep enjoying your vinyl. Take care.